Ladies and gentlemen, good morning everyone. Welcome on board the Reef rocket for your trip over to Green Island today. Now folks, while we are getting underway, very shortly the crew members around the vessel will be giving you a life jacket demonstration, showing you the life jackets and other safety equipment is kept on board the vessel, and also giving you a quick demonstration on how to use these bits of equipment as well. So we do ask for everyone's attention throughout these demonstrations, as obviously this information is quite important. Now once this is finished, there will also be a snorkeling DVD displayed on the monitors around the vessel. Now once again, we do highly suggest everyone watches this snorkeling DVD, even if you're not going swimming today. Swim in this area, that way the lifeguards can keep an eye on you and give you assistance if you do need it. Now just to be clear again guys, so this is the big cat just in front of us over here on the end of the jetty, okay? It's the only silver and green boat on the entire island, you can't miss it. Now you must be on this boat by 3:30 this afternoon.
300 kilometres or 1,300 miles down the entire east coast of Queensland. It is so large that astronauts can see it from space. The Great Barrier Reef is home to an amazing number of fish, coral, shells, crabs, and other marine life. It is also home to many endangered reef animals, including sea turtles and dugongs. The Great Barrier Reef Marine Park was established in 1975 by the Australian Federal Government and was listed as a World Heritage Area in 1981. Green Island Reef is fully protected. Fishing and taking anything from the reef and the island is banned. Today, you are visiting Green Island Reef, and this reef is only one of nearly 3,000 reefs that make up the entire Great Barrier Reef. If you look closely as we come close to the reef, you will see the reef is a three-dimensional structure with some form of marine life living in every space. Although some reef animals are difficult to see because they live tucked into the reef for protection, some are clearly visible on top of the reef. Soft corals are a fast-growing and hearty type of coral. They are abundant on reef flats because they can tolerate temperature changes and rough seas better than hard corals. Although they do not look like they have any defense against predators, soft corals are actually well protected. Their soft tissue is full of calcium carbonate spicules, like microscopic toothpicks, and many species have strong toxins in their tissue. Combined, these features provide a highly effective barrier against predators. The primary animal that can still manage to feed on soft corals is a marine turtle. Sea cucumbers are commonly found on the reef flat and in sandy patches. They look a bit like loaves of bread, but come in many colours and sizes. These animals play a really important role in helping to keep the reef clean by eating debris that accumulates in the sand. They are vacuum cleaners of the reef. It might be hard to believe, but these animals are closely related to starfish. Some species of sea cucumbers are considered a delicacy in Asia. In fact, sea cucumber exportation was Australia's first major industry in the mid-1800s, and one of the major sea cucumber collection and smoking stations was actually here on Green Island. Another common reef animal found on this part of the reef is the feather star, or crinoid. These animals have delicate feather-like arms that they use to feed by extending them into the water to capture small plankton as they float past. Ancestors of these animals have been found in the fossil record dating back over 450 million years. You can also see some of the brightly coloured clams embedded in some of the bolder corals. These are burrowing clams that use their shells to grind out a space to live in the coral skeleton. By being surrounded by the hard coral skeleton, these clams are well protected from fish and other predators. There is one large type of clam that does not need to hide, the giant clam. These are the largest clams in the world and can weigh up to 1/4 of a ton and be over 2 meters or 6 feet long. Although these clams are critically endangered in other parts of the world, they are fully protected here in the Great Barrier Reef. As we cruise over the reef, you will notice patches of broken coral rubble. This is a natural part of the reef system. The dead broken coral plays an important role in reef development. Wave action from cyclones and rough seas break apart live coral and toss it around. The large coral pieces fill gaps in the reef and become part of the reef structure and provide places for marine animals and new corals to live. The smaller coral pieces are eventually ground into sand that contributes to the ongoing formation of Green Island. If you look out the side of the boat, you can see beautiful Green Island. Green Island is a type of island called a sand cay. It is basically a large mound of sand piled up on top of the reef. Its highest point is only a few meters or yards above sea level. Scientists believe that it started forming about 8,000 years ago. Several factors played important roles in the formation of the sand cay. The island started as a sandbank that would attract roosting seabirds. The seabirds left behind droppings that cemented the sand together and helped keep it from being washed away.
Fish bobbing. Fish is very, very smart. They know where they can get the fish food. We're doing fish feeding every day. Fish know the way they can get fish food. That's why fish always stay around here. So first of all, around the fish. This one called a batfish. And also underneath here, yellowtail with a blue body fish. This one called yellowtail fusilia, or we call banana fish. And also silver one called tea leaf trevally. And also just underneath here, lots of swimming together, white one. This is called spangled emperor. It's just around here. It's most tasty fish. It's spangled emperor. We have many more tasty fish in the ocean, but it's just around here called spangled emperor. This is a good tasty fish. And also tiny fish, black and white. These one called sergeant major damselfish. So sergeant major, it's exactly same striped army. That's why we call sergeant major. And also when you see the tail, it looks like a chrysanthemum tail with a yellow fin. This one called a sturgeon fish. So sturgeon fish, long time ago we cut the tail using for operation. That's why we call a sturgeon fish. It's very sharp tail. As you can see, many coral around here as well. So we have two big different type of coral. One is looks like a stone. This one called hard coral. Looks like a very fluffy one called soft coral. If you're not sure what's the name of the coral, you just need to guess what it looks like. So for example, looks like a very flat like a plate. We call it plate coral. Bigger than plate, we call it a table coral. Looks like a finger coming from coral, called finger coral. If you can see very careful close to the coral, have it. Some of them looks like a brain. So we call it brain coral. And the soft one, like a very fluffy one, like a spaghetti, we call it spaghetti coral. So, if you're not sure what's the name of the coral, just need to guess what it looks like. So many people ask me like not much color at first. Alright everyone, I'm gonna throw some fish food. I try to go in the water but sometimes coming back anyway. So this side first and then going to this side. I'm gonna throw both sides anyway. So ready? Everybody have a look outside. See how bright the blue and the yellow. You can see in the water, but it is once we get the time. come again. So if they're not swimming, they're gonna sit on the coral and just rest. Or we have lots of seagrass around the Green Island. So turtle love to eat seagrass, so which means lots of turtle living around the Green Island as well. So sometimes living around here, everybody just keep an eye on it. In the middle, turtle coming sleeping under the coral. So
beautiful spaghetti coral on our left-hand side, finger coral, and plate coral. So finger coral look like fingers pointed to the sky, so that's filled with water, soft coral. And spaghetti coral looks like that, spaghetti pasta or noodles. And plate corals flat, thin, and disc-shaped. All of these corals are very much alive. They have little animals living inside of them called coral polyps. Are able to replicate themselves, forming colonies, creating the shape of the coral, and providing the protection to. So we notice right below us is a beautiful white sand. There are sea cucumbers responsible for cleaning the sand. Yes. These are tubular-shaped creatures on the ocean floor. Guys, we're at our fish feeding area. Now head upstairs, feed the fish, and I'll come downstairs and describe them to you.